Good morning. This is Lily Ramsden. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a Santa hat. And this thing just keeps getting bigger. I'll pull it out and then right here is how I have it wadded up, because it just got so long. And it still needs about 7 more rows. But look at this, y'all. I don't think that's going to make 7 more rows. We'll see. We're going to play yarn chicken and see if this works. But last night, this is what I decided to work on. And I had the yarn in the closet already from last Christmas. So I pulled it out and started working on this. And y'all want to see me fold this thing up like I did before? Okay, you take some here and poke it down. You're up here, you poke it down. Grab that again and you poke it down. And there we go. We have it all folded up so it's manageable. When they get so big, I just can't hold them. They get heavy and my stitches get loose and, well, what can I say? So I try to keep my pieces short where they're imaginable size. We forgot to drink our water. Let's hydrate. And we didn't put on our pretty earrings this morning. We'll put orange in this ear this morning. And green in this ear this morning. And I think these things are cute and funny. I mean, hilarious. Oh, come on, go in that ear. Line it up. Find the hole. I know I have one. There we go. Well. So we're going to see if we have 7 rows left of this yarn. Excuse me. Let me get another drink of water. My doctor has put me on a new medicine, so hopefully these coughing fits will, at minimum, decrease and at most just totally disappear. I've had this cough since March the 31st and just cannot shake it. And since it's been so long, my doctor was concerned, and so she took a chest x-ray to see if I had congestion in my lungs or some spots or something. And she took a chest x-ray. The results came back, nothing. So we're just trying sinus medicine, because that's what it is. I have excess mucus. I'm allergic to everything down here in the South. Pine trees, I cannot have a live pine tree in my house. It makes me sick. Besides, I'm not much for Merry Christmas, kill a tree either. So that's I don't like cut flowers either. Well, I will do them from my own garden, but I'm not going out and buying a bouquet of flowers. Not unless they have them on special at Walmart, and then I will grab me one of those little bouquets. But not very often do I feel the need for fresh flowers. But my husband does buy me fresh flowers. Yes, I have a good husband. He's out on the yarn haul again this morning. He said, "You've got yarn." I'm going, "But baby, I used it. I crocheted with that last night and this morning, and that I picked it up and showed him." I said, "I'm out. This may or may not finish this. I don't know." So Crochet Dog and I have been making his hat this morning. We started working on it last night. I picked up some more crochet books from the library and went through them. Well, some things are cute, and this is the only thing I really found in those books at first glance to make. So this is what I'm working on. And I have another idea for another Christmas make, and I won't give it away now, but I think it's a cute idea, and I'll show y'all that tomorrow. I'll show y'all this finished item tomorrow too. Not less. I do have enough yarn to finish this. If I have enough yarn to finish the red, I've got this much white, and I need 15 rows out of that white. Now that, I'm almost positive I'm going to lose yarn chicken on that. But we'll just carry on and do what we can. None of y'all have ever mentioned, does y'all's pets, do they sit in your lap while you crochet? Or they're on the other side of the room wishing they were in your lap? But Tiny, if she sees the yarn, she's going to either lay on the yarn, get in my lap and lay on the yarn. Where'd you get that from, baby? How'd you get that in your hair? I thought that was part of my working yarn. And now the cats never want to lay in my lap when I'm crocheting. Now late at night while we're watching TV, they fight over me. And Tiny, this little Tiny here, one of the cats is 12 pounds. Poor little Tiny here she's exceeded her weight limit. She's up to 8 pounds. She's only supposed to weigh 5. And she'll jump up and get in the cat's face and run her off. Or at least jump at her and snore. And the cat just looks at her since she's bigger and goes, "Oh my, I don't know what you're trying to holler about, because it's my mama too." And sometimes I have all 3 of them in my face on the couch. One will be on the arm of the couch right here. One will be in my lap. Well, 2 might be in my lap, sitting on top of each other, or either one will be laying right here beside me or laying perpendicular to me. So some nights I have a lot of animals, and then when we go to bed, the fat cat that I told you about that weighs 12 pounds, she sleeps to the right of me, and I sleep on my stomach. So she's under this arm, and Tiny's over here on the other side under my other arm. Or either that, she's curled up with the cat. And thunderstorms, poor little old Tiny. If there's a thunderstorm starting around 9 o'clock, I'll just go on and go to bed, because she's going to be terrified. And the favorite way she likes to ride out a thunderstorm is me in the bed and her just all curled up here underneath my belly, and I'm in a fetal position holding her like this. Let's see, what do? We do like this. Hold my little baby doll so she's not scared, right? She says, oh, you messing with me? Messing with me, Mommy, I might want to get down. Yeah, she'll let me mess with her to a point, and then sometimes it's like, I've had enough of you. Just let me go. Oh, I found some patterns this morning, if I can find them again, that will make perfect swing pets. Yes, I did say it. I said I found some more patterns that will be perfect swing pets. And yeah, I mean, it was a bunch of them too. It was at least 10. It might have been 15. I'm not positive. I heard another crocheter this morning talking about them. She was doing a Christmas in July. And Mompreneur, I can't remember her name, but I did remember her channel. So go see Mompreneur. She's doing a Christmas in July. And there's a few others, but I don't know who. I just cannot keep up with everybody. If I do want to keep up with it, I have a notepad beside me on the couch, and I'll just write down notes on what's going on. That's how I came up with the pattern for tomorrow, is I was just writing down ideas, and I'm going, I hadn't seen that done before. Let's do this tomorrow. So y'all have a treat up for tomorrow. I'm going to make something I've never seen before. I guess I could look it up and see if someone else has done it, because I don't know why no one else has ever thought about it. But that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. But right now, we're going to work on this hat today. I want to finish this hat. And it has 20 more rows to go, 5 more in the red, and then 15 in the white. So, yeah, and I'm a slow crocheter. So this will probably take me the rest of the day. It just depends on if I can sit down and concentrate. Some days I'm up and down, up and down, up and down. Cannot, okay, factory knot. And factory knots do not bother me. I know some of y'all just go 8 nuts, but this one looks like it's got some yarn all tangled up in it. Let me see if I can pull that out. Pull that real good to make sure it won't slip. Okay, we'll see what that does when we get to it. And yarn knots are easy to deal with. You just have to pay attention. You want to try to get that knot on the inside. If you can, and if not, there's other places you can hide it. And I split my yarn back here. This yarn has not been doing that. I think it's the metallic red wrapped around it that's holding it together, because I have not had any where I split my yarn. That I thought I did, but I didn't. Yeah, and it's 60 stitches around, so it's a long way around. And here we come up. Here's our knot coming up now. Yes. See how that is on the inside and nothing is on the outside? That was perfect. And I didn't have to manipulate that at all. Sometimes it comes out like that. Sometimes you have to make it a little loopy, and sometimes you have to make it a little snug. But just pay attention to it. You'll work it. You'll figure it out. I mean, it isn't like this is rocket science. Nothing's going to explode and no one will die. That's the joy of crochet. Now you might explode, because oh man, that Grogu pattern last week, I never did learn that stitch, and I'm not all too sure I do want to learn that stitch, and I do not understand the function of it. So until somebody can explain it to me, I'm not doing it. Oh shoot, and what is that channel name? And of course it's something other crochet. Well, anyhow, just type in Young Yoda or Grogu. He'll come up. Or Baby Yoda. That might be how he's under. Baby Yoda. Oh, nothing better than a hot cup of coffee. And no, I don't drink coffee all day. I'm usually finished around noon. I drink 2 of these. This holds 16 ounces of coffee. And then I put I actually use evaporated milk in it, because I used skim milk for years. And then I started using less, and I noticed it made my coffee start tasting watery. Or what happened is, we were on, what is it? The keto diet. Oh, the keto diet for your coffee, you use heavy whipping cream. Oh, that is such a wonderful cup of coffee, the heavy whipping cream. So after I got off of that, I started back with skim milk, and oh my, watery. And I wasn't using enough in the time that we bought it to the time I used it. It would expire before I used that half a gallon. So I started having my husband pick up evaporated milk for my coffee. Since it's evaporated, it has less water. And less water means a creamier cup of coffee. So that's what I use now. I had a friend do that for years, and I thought she was nuts. So, well, I'm doing it now too. Because that was back when we had the grandkids, and they drank milk, and we were going through milk and going through a gallon, at least a gallon a week, maybe more. And those were fun days when the grandkids were little. They were fun. We took them places. And summer, we did our reading program. All summer long, I'd take them to different libraries to have a different selection of books. Usually we did Homewood and Southside in Birmingham, but we'd also go to Hoover, and that might have been it. And the downtown Birmingham library is huge. It's so big, it has an annex. And the annex was the original Birmingham library building. And then they built a new library building across the street from it. But you can get from building to building. They have a a crossover. They have, you know, those crossover pedestrian bridges. But it's enclosed so you don't get wet going from building to building or hot. Okay, and we've gotten back to our knot again. And it is not in our way. That's N-O-T. This K-N-O-T is N-O-T in our way. So we just crochet just like we normally do. And we're past it. And see, we have a few yarn tails right there, but they're not going to bother anything. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and clip them short. And I'll probably be the only person who sees those. Non-crocheters just don't know what they're looking at. So, no one but me will ever know. I'd like to start a crochet club in Adamsville if I can get some participants. And I would really love to do a yarn retreat. Wouldn't that be so much fun? Because I see all these other crocheters get together. Let's see, who is it? It's Passionate Kelsey and Crochet Me Zaddy. And then 3 or 4 or 5 others, they get together with them in the wintertime or a couple of times a year and do a yarn retreat. They'll rent a cabin or something and just go up there. So I'd love to do a yarn retreat. If anybody is interested, let me know. And it'd also be nice if you're interesting, but not. But you don't have to be. You just need to bring patterns. Yarn and patterns, that's all we would need. And a sponsor to provide the yarn and patterns. Crochet hooks and, I don't know, you other content creators, you tell me how y'all do your stuff. Because I am brand new at this and have no idea. And the crochet club we could start in Adamsville. Jack's would probably let us come down and crochet at their restaurant. We just had to buy food and drinks and not stay over 2 hours. Can't come and take up the whole thing. But the old men go down there and have coffee in the morning for hours. So, the library's going to be moving into a new building later on this year. They might have a meeting room for us, or maybe even over at City Hall. I'd have to ask them. And I did find out that our mayor, Pam Palmer, is running for re-election. I had not seen her signs out, and I asked about it yesterday, and they said, oh yeah, she's running. And no, she ain't putting signs out yet, but that other guy did. So, we'll just have to see. Well, let's crochet around some more. Y'all have got to tell me what you're working on, or give me ideas. What would you like to see me make for Christmas? I can turn those swing pets into Christmas animals. We'll just change their colors. Have red and green and silver sparkles. white accents for their hats. Little pom-poms for the hats. Now this hat's going to take a big pom-pom, and that's one of the things I sent my husband out to do today, is buy me some thicker fuzzy yarn, because the fuzzy yarn I have I use for Santa faces, and y'all saw me use them. Oh, nothing back here. No, but it's a really thin fuzzy yarn, and it's perfect for, well, it would be pretty for this, for the pom-pom. Be nice and fluffy, because I'm not using that expensive yarn, because I don't know what I paid for it or how long I've had it, and I only use it at Christmas for my Santa faces, except for recently when it just calls for, do I even have a foot like that? Okay, I do have a foot like that. See how these stitches are here? Okay, sometimes they ask to put the fuzzy yarn up here. So when it asks for fuzzy yarn, I use my little thin fuzzy yarn, knowing that I'm not going to use but maybe a yard or two of it, and not waste my money, because that yarn was expensive. I mean, expensive to me is $20 for one of those little tiny skeins that really doesn't feel like it weighed 4 ounces. So hopefully George will come home with me something. But he's a really good husband. He filled up my bird feeders this morning. I usually do that myself, and I don't know what's gotten into me here lately. I'm not feeding my bird feeders every morning like I should. Or maybe it's because the porch is still wet from the afternoon showers we had the day before. And I wear little slippers. Now, they do have leather on the bottom, but it's just a thin layer of leather. So if I walk outside in my slippers, they get wet. The bird seed sticks to it. And I had to get a new pair of slippers, because those are wet and they need to dry, and they've got bird seed all over the bottom of them. Oh, we might just make yarn chicken, y'all. This completes round 8. If I can move my stitch marker up, my goodness. Yep, that's 8. I think we're gonna make yarn chicken, y'all. That will be happiness. And then we'll play yarn chicken with our white. Because I wasn't even thinking about Christmas in July, and then all of a sudden it's July and I haven't made anything. And I'm going, how can I forget? So I guess I'm going to just have to start writing on my calendar. This is probably what other crocheters do. They probably write on the calendar that, oh, let's see what's coming up next. Labor Day? Okay, Labor Day and is around, oh shoot. Remembrance Day, that's all I can think of right now, for the troops that died in our foreign wars. Well, all wars. We'll do domestic too, because we did that for a while. We had to fight England, and then we fought Mexico. And I guess Canada was always laid back. I don't know anything about fighting for territory with them. Or that might be a history lesson they didn't teach us. Because I was hearing on the TV the other day about something, and they had been calling it wrong all these years. And I can't remember what it was. It was two animals that they call pandas that are really marsupials. That means they're more like monkeys instead of bears. And I can't remember what they said it was. So we'll take better notes, Maria, remember. Oh, it was the koala bear. It is not a bear, it's a koala. It's a marsupial. And then there was another one similar to that they call a bear. And they said it would have been taught wrong in our textbooks all those years ago. But back then, I think it was grouped down to people, animals. And some of y'all are as old as I am. Remember Dick and Jane and Spot? Yeah, I grew up. That's how I learned how to read. They taught us Dick and Jane and Spot. Oh, and we loved those books. Absolutely loved them. And there's no telling what they have children reading these days. I know it's not Dick and Spot because that was the 50s. And I was a reader when I was young. I tried crochet when I was young, but they didn't teach me increases. And I wanted to make a doily like everybody else in the 50s and 60s were making, or late 50s and 60s. I don't know when. I guess doilies been around since, we'll probably say 1600s, might be back further than that. But it was a big thing in the 50s. You had to cover everything up or it'd get dusty. And I guess it was easier to wash doilies than it was to dust the furniture. Or maybe the dust just built up because they didn't have roads like we have today. So their houses got dusty. And they didn't have windows that fit like ours. They did not have doors that fit good like ours. And we have storm doors and storm windows. One more row. One more row and we have one yarn chicken. So let's come on around. And I didn't check to see what time we got started this morning. I guess I should have looked. But I didn't. fold this up and start the other way now. Now let's just finish this before we start fooling with it. I had a peanut butter sandwich this morning. Well, it's peanut butter and honey. I like honey better because I don't like jelly. It's just gelatin and water. And they're selling it to us as jelly. And then I like the preserves better. I like to have a whole piece of fruit and then just a little bit of that jelly in there. But with honey, you can control the sugar level a whole lot easier, because I don't like that much sugar. And the problem with honey and preserves, they were sweet all right. We're almost finishing yarn chicken. We've got less than half a row to go. So this will be done soon. Well, I didn't tell y'all, okay, this is our yarn chicken. We won yarn chicken, and we've got about a quarter of a row to go, and might have a little left over. We shall see. It won't be much. I bought me some blouses recently, and the one I'm wearing now, I was skeptical about getting it because I'm a fat girl now. I need fat girl clothes. And look there, we won yarn chicken with this much left. Okay, cut us a yarn tail. Get our white. If that's got 15 rows in it, I will be happy and surprised. So let's get our white yarn attached. We're going to do an invisible color change. We almost complete this last single crochet, but we don't. What we do, we grab a yarn tail to 3 inches long, grab it and pull it through, and then immediately start single crocheting, and that will give the top of that first stitch, it will make it white like it's supposed to do. And that's why they call it invisible. And move my stitch marker up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. I don't even know if y'all saw me today. I'm going to have to really start looking at this camera.